Cindy. Hey guys, I'm Alexandra Cranford in the Pinpoint Forecast Center. We're getting you some information in from the National Hurricane Center, where we do now have a tropical storm watches and warnings along the Louisiana coast, including a tropical storm warning for our southeast Louisiana coastline. So this is no surprise. We knew that the system in the Gulf was expected to strengthen and possibly become a depression or a tropical storm, and that is why we now have tropical storm warnings from the National Hurricane Center. So that will be for the southeast Louisiana coast. Notice that there is a tropical storm watch for southwest Louisiana into extreme southeast Texas. And let me give you a look at what we're looking at path-wise from the National Hurricane Center. We do actually have a path, even though this is not officially a tropical storm or depression just yet. It is a new thing called a potential tropical cyclone. And what they do is they issue that when the system has not strengthened enough to be officially a depression or storm just yet, but it likely will strengthen, and they need to issue watches and warnings, and it will impact certain areas. So this is what we're looking at for the path. You can see that this is where we are with the center of that low pressure this afternoon on Monday. As we move into tonight and then into tomorrow, it does look like it may strengthen to a tropical storm. Now, if it does become a tropical storm, as it is expected to, it would be named Cindy, because we already have Tropical Storm Brett, which just formed. That's that second system we were watching way out in the Atlantic. That one not a concern for us right now, but this one, as you can see, for the National Hurricane Center's forecast path, kind of exactly what we've been saying over the past couple of days. It brings the center of the system over toward maybe Lake Charles, Louisiana, and then farther north, probably becoming a depression and weakening by Thursday. But notice, as we've been saying for so long now, many days, it looks like the heavy rain will be an issue for us, because we were saying on the eastern side of the center of the tropical cyclone, that's where we will get the heavy rain. So really, as far as impacts for us, we are still looking at that heavy rain potential. We are still looking for increased winds, and we are still looking for those higher tides, perhaps causing some coastal flooding. And then also, of course, we now have the tropical storm warning that's going to be right along our coastline. So this is the very latest from the National Hurricane Center. Again, this is a new product, so it is not a depression or a storm yet, but it probably will be maybe tonight or tomorrow, as we've been saying, and the name would be Tropical Storm Cindy. So again, we were we've been tracking this for a while now. Chief Meteorologist Carl Arredondo is here as well. Hey, Carl, he's updating a ton of graphics. He also has a flash flood watch graphic, I think. Is that what you're looking at, Carl?
Yeah, doing that because we're under a flash flood watch. This is going to be from Tuesday morning through Thursday evening for potential 4 to 8 inches of rainfall across our area, and some places could see heavier amounts. So I want to show you a couple of things here real quick as we're looking at this. The reason this system is a potential tropical storm is because there's still a possibility of development. Look at this though, the system down in this area, but look, there's a lot of wind shear still going on, a lot of dry air in place. So this system will be slow to develop if it does, because we have still a lot of ingredients going against it. Now, water temperatures are warm, but as we mentioned, it takes more than just water temperature for a hurricane to develop. As you look real close, you can see there's the center of circulation. It's exposed from all the thunderstorm activity. So it's not going to get strong very fast or very soon, because you can see where the center is there, kind of meandering about. But again, there's all the moisture that's heading towards us. That's why we think we're going to have a pretty big rainmaker out of this. Now, as Alexandra mentioned, why is it we have tropical storm warnings when it's not even a tropical system? Again, that's new from the Hurricane Center. They want the coastal areas to be alert much sooner that you will have these conditions in a short period of time, maybe within 24 hours. And that's why they're naming these things as far as the warnings a little sooner, because of the potential of these conditions to affect the area so much faster. So that's the thing we're going to be watching. As we mentioned, computer models. Let me pull them up here real quick so you can take a peek out of the latest computer models. Got so much in this show, I'm trying to figure out what we're doing here. You can see right here. All the computer models are still all over the place, but as you can see, the warnings are from the Louisiana coast on over towards the tropical storm watch across southwest Louisiana, and that's where the consensus of the models take it. So there's some outlying models that take it further to the west, but either way, along these tracks, we're going to see that heavy rain threat over our area as we go through the next couple of days. So unfortunately for us, heavy rain, coastal flooding, and also the possibility of river levels rising will be our main threat over the next couple of days, no matter if it's a depression or a tropical storm. Don't pay too much attention to its category, a depression, storm, because there's going to be a lot of heavy rain. So even a depression or a storm can cause a lot of damage around us as far as flooding. So please keep that in mind. Don't take this for granted that it might not be a strong system, because the rainfall amounts are there. All that moisture's out there, and it's coming in our direction.
Yeah, and as I was just showing you, these were some of our precipitation amounts. So don't, we've been saying don't get too caught up on exact amounts over your exact area, but you can see a large swath of our area will see those heavy rains, as Carl was saying, kind of pulling in from around that system. Here's one model. This is the Euro model, showing up to about 5 or 6 inches of rain. And then this model, our precision cast model, has kind of been swinging back and forth. So again, that's why you need to take them a little bit with a grain of salt. But notice the rain amounts through Thursday morning are looking like up to 3 to 9 inches. Actually, this particular model has a lot more over on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, but again, that is not necessarily set in stone. So the big impacts that we've kind of been stressing, and it still is looking pretty much the same, is that we could see the heavy rain starting as early as tomorrow morning, kind of beginning to increase throughout the day. Some flash flooding will be a possibility. That's why we're under that flood watch. Again, if you're in those coastal areas, tides will be running up to about 4 feet above normal. So that could lead to some of that coastal flooding that we see with those sustained southerly, or in this case, east and southeast winds. And those winds will be increasing tomorrow too. So we've been tracking it. Carl showed you some of the spaghetti models. I'm just going to show you a couple more models, and we'll see if there are any big updates. The Euro model pretty much sticking to its story that it's kind of been doing. Now it actually has it moving a little bit farther, perhaps to the north by Thursday, maybe toward Houston. But again, the main key for us is that we're going to be seeing mostly a lot of heavy rain. I think that will be the big impact that we're going to be seeing. The GFS model, let's see what it has for us. Kind of similar, and it actually has it kind of, this model has it kind of slowing down near our coastline, so hopefully that doesn't happen. That can lead to some heavy rain and potential flooding issues, so we'll be watching that model. Another model, our precision cast model that we've shown you a lot, here is the one. It does look like this one is spinning rain into the area. This is by tonight, about a 40 or 50% chance of rain, and then here we go tomorrow morning. I've paused it here at 11 a.m. Notice the heavy rain really kind of beginning to increase across the area. So again, the center not over us, but the heavy rain is. So, the heavy rain has been, and really most of the cloud cover and so forth has been displaced off to the east, and it does look like we will be on that eastern side of the system. So as we move into Tuesday, sorry, let me show you the timestamp. You can always see here in our graphics up at the right-hand corner. Tuesday night, still some heavy rain kind of sweeping into the area with that counterclockwise circulation around that low. This is by Wednesday morning. I've paused it here. Still some downpours in the area, and then on into Wednesday afternoon and evening. Some of the heavy rain may be displaced a bit farther to the west at that point. That would be great. And then as we move into Thursday, here we go, Thursday morning, still some heavy rain. So this is going to be an event stretching probably from tomorrow all the way through Thursday or even Friday, as far as the heavy rain potential, higher winds, and also the potential for some of those higher tides causing some coastal flooding. So we're here at 4:08, kind of getting you updated. If you are just joining us, I'll give you a quick look. We don't have, it's still an invest. We don't have a tropical depression or storm just yet, but we've been saying we were expecting one, and we are still expecting one. The National Hurricane Center has issued this graphic, our projected path, for what they're calling potential tropical cyclone 3. So they're issuing this now ahead of actually calling it a depression or storm. Because, it's going to be impacting our coast. This allows them to get some watches and warnings out. We are under a tropical storm warning now in southeast Louisiana. The blue indicates a warning. The yellow indicates a watch. Come I'll pop up here just a second. And so it does look like, you know, they have the center, as we've been saying, probably shifted off just to the west of our area, which does still put us under that heavy rain threat. So I know you guys have a lot of questions. Actually, Carl and I are updating a ton of stuff and trying to get it out on all platforms. So thank you for joining us. Carl's going to be coming up at 5 o'clock on Eyewitness News with a lot more information. And we'll have more, of course, coming up throughout the course of this week. We have a lot of weather coming, of course. We'll be tracking it for you. So, let's see. Yeah, river. Let's see. I'm seeing some of these questions here. River flooding could maybe be an issue. Brooke is saying it's high already by her house. How will this impact plane travel out of MSY? A lot of people have been asking me that. You know, I have a flight this week. It seems like a lot of people may be going out of town. Right now, it looks okay at this point. You know, we may, especially if it's later in the week, just see some heavy rain and maybe not that much in the way of really strong winds, which might, you know, delay a flight more than the rain. I would anticipate maybe some delays. You know, keep an eye on it, of course. But right now, it looks like maybe, you know, you might be okay. What about Westwego area? I was showing you guys all of the coastline is under that tropical storm watch now. This is the blue shaded area. And then all of our kind of coastal areas facing the south or east may see some higher waters than usual. Tides running about 2 to 4 feet higher, and then the heavy rains. So that's going to be applying to a lot of, you know, almost all of our area. Also, I saw another question that I was just going to, it would be Cindy, by the way. I saw someone ask, what would the name be? It would be Cindy because Brett is the name of a new tropical storm, which is way out in the Atlantic. Let's see. Oh, geez. Okay, when is all the rain going to start, Nancy's asking? Tomorrow. It's going to be tomorrow morning. Some maybe increasing tonight. Here's our radar right now. And actually, as I was showing you guys before, we've seen some of these little bands already moving in just a few showers, and this is associated with that Gulf low. So we are seeing this beginning to show. A couple of small downpours are a little farther to the north and near Homa. So there's really not that much rain right now. Tonight, though, I increased the rain chance to about 40% or so. And then tomorrow is really the day that we'll start to see the impacts. So by tomorrow morning, we'll see some scattered showers in the area, some storms. Then during the day, we'll likely see a big increase in rain, and then Wednesday and Thursday too will continue with some pretty heavy rain. Do you think it could go toward Texas instead? Yeah, it could go a little bit farther to the west, but as we've been saying, it still looks like we're going to get heavy rain no matter what, which for many of us will probably be the biggest impact anyway. So yeah, maybe it could get pushed off a little bit to the west, but at this point, even if it went, say, a little closer to Houston, that really wouldn't put us in the clear as far as that heavy rain threat. So you guys, I know, Aaron, we just had a tropical storm Cindy in 2005. We did, I know. And then, 12 years later, we're going to have another one impacting us this week. So thanks for the answer. Absolutely. And I'm so sorry I can't answer more of these questions, but we're going to get going now, update graphics, and watch us on Eyewitness News at 5 and 6, tonight at 10. And then tomorrow morning as well, and pretty much we'll be cutting in as necessary as well, you know, to get you guys updated and keep everyone updated. How fast is it moving? Really quickly. It's moving about 10 miles per hour right now. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Getting busy in the Pinpoint Forecast Center, and we'll be getting you a lot more as we head into the rest of this week. Take care, guys.